Hey everyone. Now, I know it's been a while, so I just want to get down to just another blog. We'll pretend like, I don't know, like this month no blogs never happened. Yeah, it sounds like a double negative. Anyway, the topic that I want to talk to you guys about right now is death. Let me turn down the music a little. Reason being I want to talk about this topic is because it's happened a lot throughout this month, or almost 2 months. See, back in April, when I was working at Fry's, I still do, but when I was working back then, there's this one person from audio video. He was 23. And basically, he was fine one week, and then the next week he passed away. He went to a hospital and everything, and there was actually nothing that they could do for him because I guess they didn't catch it in time, or I'm not exactly sure what, but the thing is that he was there at Fry's for a very long time, and everyone knew him. And even when I started working there, I knew him. He was a really decent guy, and it just became very difficult for everyone to accept that he was actually going to die. And even during the mass and the funeral that I didn't get to go to, but during the mass and the days just before he passed away, it was really difficult to go to work and to keep a straight face and just not to start crying, because it was just that emotional. And since I work in customer relations, there are a couple other people that I've worked with, and one of my friends actually knew him before Fry's. Like, she actually went to high school with him, and it was very difficult for her. And it was just really difficult to be strong and try to help her through it, but really you're not sure what to say and how to comfort them or her. And the thing is that I don't deal well with death. And when I knew that he passed away, when I would walk around the store, everyone would just say, "Are you okay? You don't look too well. You look really stressed out." They could just tell that I wasn't myself. Even though to me, I felt normal, they could just tell by looking at me. Whether it was my body language, my face, I don't know what it was, but they could tell that I wasn't myself. Of course, after going to the mass or the rosary, I think I was better. And then, of course, 2 weeks later, someone else lost someone. One of my friends from customer relations, she lost her mom. And of course, that was somewhat difficult as well, because now you had to help someone else, and you have to try to comfort them, because to me, it really stresses me out to see that someone is in that much pain. There's nothing you can do for them. You can't tell them anything. I'm gonna move this track because it's helping me, but there's nothing you can say to make them feel better, you know? And sometimes you can just feel lost. And the sad thing is, you're right there, and you just can't help them for some reason. So it becomes just really difficult. Over the week after she actually lost her mom, the most easiest thing to do is just, I guess, talk to her normally and just try to make her smile. And of course now things are a lot easier, because the friend who lost the person who used to work in audio video would talk to my other friend who lost her mom, and I think they actually got closer, and it really helped each other out. And usually that doesn't happen too often, But I'm a little glad that they were able to cover each other and help each other through this. And yeah, I'm actually a little glad that things worked out. And of course, as my mom says, things happen in sets of threes. So, last week, my grandmother on my dad's side passed away. Yeah, it actually happened to me. My grandmother had Alzheimer's. She had it for a while. And at first, it seemed like someone was just really, or the way I saw it is that this person was just forgetful. Like, she would kind of look at you and call you by a different name, and you're like, oh no, I'm this person. They're like, oh yeah, that's right, you're that person. Sorry, slipped my mind. But later on, it kind of became really aggressive to the point where she just didn't recognize anyone, you know? And then she just, I guess, stopped talking altogether, to the point where she would just stop and look around, and that'd be it. The last time I saw my grandmother was for her birthday. She really didn't say much. She was at one of those homes, so there were a lot of people who were similar like that. But really, it was really sad. I don't know if it was from what I was getting off of everyone else, but I felt really sad, alone. I don't know how you can, well, I know how you can feel like that in a room full of people, but that's how I felt. But again, I don't know if that was coming off of her and other people, or if that was just me. But yeah, last week she stopped eating, and she stopped drinking as well. And so my dad went to visit her like one more time, and then after that she passed away. That was on the 27th. Yeah, what a lucky number it is now. But so we set up the services, and we went ahead and started notifying the family, I guess on my dad's side. And so I went to the viewing and also the rosary. And I actually got to see a lot of my family members I don't see too often. The last time I saw everyone was probably during a wedding. And the thing is, usually it's during a death or a wedding. That's about it. And it was a little difficult to see her during the viewing because it was an open casket. So yeah, it was really difficult to hold back the tears and to hear people talk about her. Because again, your mind doesn't really catch up with what's really happening. So yeah, that was really, really difficult. And when I got home, I was just thinking, how am I going to deal with the mass? And I was a pallbearer, which means I'm going to have to really carry the casket along with 5 other people. I wasn't sure if I could actually do that. Because the last time I was a pallbearer, it was for my other grandmother on my mom's side. And during the viewing, I just broke down and started crying. I mean, it was just really heart-wrenching, so difficult for me. But I managed to pull it together, and it wasn't that difficult this time. And we even invited one of our friends to, I guess, sing during the mass, and she did a great job. So if you're watching this, Jennifer, thank you again. So after the mass, we went to the burial site, and that was a little short, amazingly. After going to a couple of funerals, you get an idea of how long whole the whole situation should be, or not situation, but the whole service or ceremony. So I was expecting it to go a little longer, and that's usually where it gets difficult. See, for each person that passes away, if I ever go to the funeral, it becomes that much more difficult. That's usually where I really have to fight the tears, and I don't even know why it's so complicated or difficult to witness these things, and why it affects me so much, why everyone else seems to be almost normal. I mean, sure, the direct family members, they'll cry, but why does it get to me? Why is it so... why does it affect me so much to the point where I start to cry, even though I might not know this person so much? That's why I don't understand. But, yeah, with my grandmother, it was a short ceremony. It wasn't as difficult, but it was just somewhat difficult. And then came the reception, which was actually kind of pleasant. I got to really talk with a lot of family members, and they were actually talking about having like a family reunion, so that's actually a really good thing. Because in the past, there used to be a lot of birthday parties, and everyone would just come together in one big meeting, and that's how I used to remember my grandmother and everyone else who was there. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see what happens. So if you guys want to comment, go ahead. If you don't, that's fine. But as I said before, I'll see if I can keep up my blogs on a normal weekly basis. If not, then, well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to do my best for now. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.